Sometimes when you tap into yourself and you use something that people don't use themselves, and you give people something that people can't give themselves, trying to find themselves, they lose themselves sometimes. When I cleaned up my emotions, I cleaned up my life. I wanted that to marinate for a minute before I began. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. I don't find myself loving to say that, not just because it sounds good, but the energy behind it. I'm gonna say it again. I found myself love saying that, not because it sounds good or sound like the proper or trendy thing to say, but because the energy behind it and the intent of my intention behind it. If we are creators of our own life, of our own destiny, as many of us believe, to something that happened that's outside of our control, not because anything is outside of our control, but only because we don't know how to take control of what has took control of us. When I cleaned up my emotions, I cleaned up my life. This day, I'm able to feel good for no reason at all. I hope you may too. Let me go and get this car out the way because they steady talking to me right now to talk to y'all. But I want to stay mindful of what I came here to do first. Today is Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. I hope everybody is in the highest vibration, highest emanation, highest radiation within this avatar that we've been given. Being the best person you can be, authentically as possible. I'm feeling excellent today. I chose the color purple for a reason. You know, my intuition on fleek, my crown chakra activation is, you know, on blast. And I'm in the highest space of emotional energy that I could be at this particular point in time. And today's card is Panda. Wow. Panda, stay balanced and in your essence. And that's, you know, it's not odd, it's not crazy, it's not none of that. And y'all, and cause when I read what I've been given this year from my personal space, y'all will understand why I say it's not wild, it's not crazy, it's not none of that. It's just synchronicity. Stay balanced and in your essence. Stay balanced and in your essence. But what is your essence? Stay balanced and in your essence. You're gonna see what it's talking about. Panda. We went from the butterfly to the panda. We went from the butterfly to the panda. We went from be ready to transform with wisdom to stand balanced and in your essence. It's speaking to the same thing. Panda. Stay balanced and in your essence. About pandas. These solitary, peaceful animals are heart healers who come from the Pleiades. Their hearts radiate truth, innocence, and purity, and they embody the symbol of the blue rose. This allows pure source healing to be stepped down into their energy fields. Archangel Jophiel, the angel of wisdom, brings his wisdom down through pandas. They then pass it through Archangel Sandalphon to Lady Gaia in the center of the earth. Pandas are black and white to indicate that they are in balance and can help people see from an enlightened perspective. If provoked, they demonstrate formidable masculine power. They also show incredible maternal instinct toward their cubs, who, when very young, are extremely tiny, totally helpless, pink, hairless, and blind. This vulnerability was decided at a higher level to test the mothering qualities of the female panda. Guidance. Keep your heart pure and light. When you think of a panda, the angel Mary connects you directly to the cosmic heart to receive healing and love. In addition, when you offer to be a bridge between the cosmic heart and the center of the earth, Archangel Sandalphon will link in to enable you to bring a vast download of love through you. For those of us who are familiar with the Kabbalah or Tree of Life, you can use this as a form of meditation and practice. This is special service and raises your frequency considerably. The Panda card asks you to stay in balance. Notice how you are tested to develop your masculine and feminine energies. Notice how you are tested. And then balance your masculine and feminine energies. Then apply yourself to the lessons. This will enable you to heal yourself and others. I'm going to read that again. Nothing by mistake. The Panda card asks you to stay in balance. Notice how you are tested to develop your masculine and feminine energies. Then apply yourself to the lessons. Apply yourself to the lessons. This will enable you to heal yourself and others. We can't do nothing for nobody else until we did it in ourselves. And then, you know, that's not totally true, because some people have a gift in them that they can do work on other people and they can't do nothing for themselves. We got to get it together. When you attune to the Panda, a blue Pleiadian healing rose is placed in your energy fields. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness to everybody. When I cleaned up my emotions, it cleaned up my life. I ain't say I cleaned up my life when I cleaned up my emotions. I said when I cleaned up my emotions, it cleaned up my life. It wasn't overnight. It was process to process, step by step, into progress to progress. And I'm still progressing forward today. Now is an extremely important time to stay positive. Every breath you breathe. When I cleaned up my emotions, it cleaned up my life. I'm not willing to do anything and everything for anything. What does that mean? It's going to mean something different to each and every one of us, according to what we may have to sacrifice, give up, or release to step into the place that we want to be, or the place that we see ourselves or foresee ourselves being. In our becoming, we learn to be. Whatever we becoming, that's what we're going to be. That's what we're going to present. What would you give to live? Excuse me. What would you give to live? In a sense. What would you give to live, man? Are we asking ourselves that question? Because if we're not asking ourselves that question, our life is presenting it to us with events, circumstances, situations, whether we recognize it or not. I'm grateful for this life I have appeared in. I ain't always been in that place, I would not lie. Honesty is the best policy to ourselves. Because healing comes with honesty. I'm grateful for this life I appeared in my today. I'm grateful for the moment that I have to share a moment. Anytime I get to share a moment with anyone that I share a moment with. We operate in the body, family. Without this body, we couldn't be here. But I want to remind us that we operate through a body. Now it's up to each and every one of us to train our minds that uses this body in its operations in order for this body to do anything. Who is the master? The mind is meant to master the body, not the body master the mind. It's our opportunity to figure out who we really are, not who we think we have to be. I'm gonna say it again. This is our opportunity to figure out who we really are, not who we think we have to be. The reality we in, or at least from my observation of what we call reality, in this illusion, where we base our life off what we hear, what we see, what we feel, what we touch, what we see on TV, so forth and so on. All these things shapes and mold us. It's been shaping and molding us since we've been here, for those of us who still here. But what is your reality? Who are you? What have you become from the influence of the many influences that we continually bombarded with day after day? Outside of the continual influences that we bombard ourselves with day after day. So I'm gonna ask the Jehovah's Witness question. Can the dead really live again? Now, depending on where we at in our journey, that's gonna resonate different according to the vibration you carry. Can the dead really live again? I'll say this. I'm here. When you spiraling up, family, when we really start spiraling up, we'll notice that we're not repeating the same cycles no more. We're not going through the same situations and circumstances no more. And that's a good space to be. But at the same time, it's an uncomfortable space to be in. Because when you realize you're there, you can't use the tools from what got you there to create new ones. You got to use the tools that what got you there to create new ones. So I'm saying we can't use what we always use to get us what it always gave us. But we take the tools that we learned from the lessons, because they are new and improved tools, the things that we didn't know, to create newer realities in the new space that we find ourselves in, to make it clear. We gotta start loving. We gotta start. They ain't want me to talk slick. We gotta start loving people behind their back, like we love them in their face. The mask gone. For the intuitives, for the empaths, we know we deal with this type of stuff day in, day out, especially if we do work and helping other people personally. But we gotta learn how to love people behind their back like we love them and while they present. Cause it be a lot of you know, that fake energy gotta die. You know, it gotta be eliminated. It stagnates growth. It stagnates growth, man. It stagnates growth. But I want to leave y'all with this before I go. If you happy and fulfilled, it's because you didn't allow the world to pollute and contaminate you or determine what happiness and fulfillment is to you. You figured out, you discovered, you uncovered, you peeled back it within yourself. And hopefully that you happy that you found it was in you all the time. I say that to say this. Don't let the world turn you cold. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Feel good to feel good for no reason at all. Thank you for the like, shares, comments, and subscribe. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Telegram. Just get the message. Just get the message spread. Peace, family. Love y'all. Salud to God.